I think that's an interesting thing to know, that decades ago, or over a century ago, some young fella me lads come along, a bit darker than everyone else, and got my great-great-grandfather at the duff. It's wonderful, isn't it? I mean, imagine if you were sitting there and you was a racist. This would just kill you, wouldn't it? You'd have no chance. You'd jump off a plane.
8 people who are convinced they're 100% English have agreed to undergo sophisticated DNA tests to reveal their true origins. Some of them are in for a surprise. The next person I'm going to meet threatened to sue if this programme discriminated against the English. Jane Phillips believes that to be English, you must be descended from the Anglo-Saxons.
Jane.
Hi.
Hello.
She agreed to meet me with her colleague Julian Crichton at the site of the Battle of Hastings, where the Anglo-Saxons were defeated by the Normans.
My father-in-law is directly descended, he says, from the first governor of Hastings Castle. So I suppose from your perspective, that would make me part of the enemy.
No, not necessarily.
Jane wanted to lay some flowers on the monument commemorating the death of Harold, the last Anglo-Saxon king.
When you think of 1066, Jane, what does it conjure up for you? What does it mean to you?
Ground zero. It means ethnic cleansing on a massive scale. It means the reduction of 90% of the surviving population to the state of slavery, known as serfdom. And it's, the eradication of Englishness from the state apparatus. It took Englishness quite a long time to reappear in the state apparatus. It took about 300 to 400 years.
Jane has set up the only registered charity to represent the English as an ethnic community. I wanted to know how you could become a member.
In order to qualify as a member of the English community as an ethnic group, it's down to the ethnic group itself to say who and who is not a member. That is what the law says. It's not for the state to say who is a member of an ethnic group. It doesn't go around saying...
Are you a member of that ethnic group?
A member of the English ethnic group, yeah.
So as a member of that ethnic group, it's up to you, partly, to say who is and who isn't a member. And I suppose that's the question I'm asking
All
you.
ethnic groups do this. This is right across the board.
No, that's not the question. I'm saying who is and who isn't.
Well, the characteristics that bind my section of the English community together are not the same that binds another section. So for me, supporting the English football team is not a fundamental requirement.
What is for you?
To be a member of the English
community, yeah. What would you make the essential requirements?
Being a member of the English community. I mean, it sounds...
No, I'm saying, where does it all end?
I was still confused as to who qualified as a member of Jane's English community.
We are very clear about who we're talking about. We're not talking about all the people of England. We're talking about the English people to whom this site is almost hallowed ground. With the greatest respect, somebody who arrives from abroad is not going to feel emotively about this site. It's just another bunch of stones. But for us, it's a part of our history, it's part of our tradition, and it symbolises much more likely that we are ethnically English.
Jane didn't want to go into any detail about her own family history, but she did agree to let us test her DNA.
I understand the significance of DNA for membership and of an ethnic group, because an ethnic group is a sub-group of a racial group. But for me, I'm not going to fall off my trolley if you tell me I've got no Northern European blood in me, or I've got no Anglo-Saxon blood in me.
According to recent government statistics, there are 25 million white people living in England who describe themselves as English rather than British. The next person to provide a sample of their DNA works in one of England's oldest industries, 250 miles north of Hastings, in Grimsby.
If somebody asks you, where are you from, do you say, I'm English or I'm British?
I say I'm English. In fact, if I'm completing forms where it says nationality,